We are here today doing our first Facebook Live interview. So we're going to be bringing you a split screen. We're going to be introducing you to some of our friends from the FODMAP universe. But first, let me just give you a little background. As I said, I'm Dédé Wilson from FODMAP Every Day. That is our platform where we strive to bring you everything that you need if you're following the low FODMAP diet. We have a test kitchen. We have original recipes. We are the only ones in the world that are bringing you Monash certified recipes that are free to the user. We also have them compiled into a brand new ebook that's very inexpensive. You can check that out on the website. We have a success team of registered dietitians, many of whom have already completed an online Monash certification training, and many others are going through the process right now. If you don't know my background, I've been in food for 30 years, and for most of that time, I was suffering with IBS, dealing with a lot of horrible symptoms 2 to 4 times a week for over 25 years until I discovered the diet. And that's what prompted me to just put all of my recipe development and journalistic skills into bringing you FODMAP every day, because it gave me my life back. And I really we wanted to create a resource that was going to help other people in the same way. So up until now, we've done Facebook chats where I've just been sort of, chatting away at you. And we thought it would be really fun to launch a series where we bring you other people from the FODMAP community. And today we are going to be talking about GOODMIX Superfoods. And if you don't know it already, by the end of our chat, hopefully you will be intrigued enough to grab a bag or 2 or 3 or 4 for yourself. As you might know, Monash University not only certifies recipes like the recipes that we have on our site, but they have a certification program for food products. We work with Foods, for instance. All of their foods are certified, and we're really interested in always learning about the other food products out there that have gone through the certification process, because this gives us an assurance that this is a food that is going to be helpful for people on the low FODMAP diet, and we always want to bring that kind of information to you. So we came across this blend 11 of GOODMIX Superfoods, and this is a really interesting blend. I'm going to let the founders of the company tell you a little more about it themselves once we get to it, but it's something that you would be able to add in to your routine, your diet, really, no matter what else you're eating. And okay, here it is. It's going to help you have the best poo ever. Yes, that's their motto. But anyway, let me get to introducing you to Jeanie McClymont and her partner, Brad. They are in Australia. So I think probably some people here in the US are watching us early evening, and some people down under are watching us first thing in the morning. And we're also going to chat. There they are. Hey, guys. We're also going to chat with Jeannie's brother, Andrew, who's here in the States, because the product is being manufactured and distributed both overseas as well as here. So let's get to it. Welcome, you guys. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hey, Dédé. Hey, Robin.
Hey.
How you doing?
Yes, Robin's behind the scenes, like helping out here. So this is our new technology. And as you can see, we have a split screen. And if you have any questions, you can just type the questions right into our Facebook page. The questions will come up. We'll try to address as many as we can. We would like to make this interactive. So guys, like I said, we love this product. And I would just love to hear from you. I want you to introduce your product. So tell us all about how, well, first of all, your company, GOODMIX Superfoods, came about, and then particularly how Blend 11 came about.
Well, it started with Blend 11. I am a naturopath by trade. I've worked in health food stores and pharmacies for a lot of years, and I made the breakfast to go in the bulk bins in a health food store that I was working in. And I just wanted to eat it myself. I wanted it to be the most nutritious breakfast packet full of so many good things. And yeah, I put it in the bulk bin and it started to go really well. And Brad at the time, and he's a bit entrepreneurial, and he said, hey, you should make this into a business. And I said, I don't want a business. That's just stressful. I've been used to seeing people come into the store who needed magnesium supplements, stress tonics, all of that sort of stuff. So I was like, I don't want a business. That's just a whole heap of stress. But anyway, Brad, he decided it would be a great idea. So we ended up doing some farmers markets, selling some seeds. I just went from there, feedback, and yeah, it's just grown from there over the last 5 years.
One of the things that I was so excited about when we first discovered your product was when I looked at the ingredients. Well, why don't you take people through what the ingredients are, and then I'll tell you what I was particularly excited about.
Okay, so I really wanted something that was high in good fats, high in plant protein, and high in fiber, and I wanted it to be gluten-free, completely natural, no sweeteners or anything added, and just maximum nutrition and easy. It had to be easy, quick and easy, because everyone's busy. I was busy. Yeah, so it's basically, it's just your seeds, coconut, goji berries, cacao nibs, almonds. It's just high nutrient, natural, good foods.
It was originally called the Brekkie Booster until one of our staff members one day said, hey, there's 11 ingredients here. I don't like this Brekkie Boost. It should be Blend 11. And that stuck. So 11 ingredients. Every single one of them in there for a reason.
Well, that's it. You were, Jeanie, I mean, you're soft selling it. You got to get into it here. So let's go through the 11. I've got to put my glasses down here. So we've got chia seeds, buckwheat, pumpkin seeds, almonds, flax seeds, sesame seeds, dried coconut, the raw cacao nibs, dried goji berries, as you mentioned, puff millet, and puff amaranth. Now, what I was so excited about was that up until I found this product, you know, cacao nibs and goji berries are not individual items on the Monash University app. And, you know, we know that they've tested chocolate, dark chocolate. We know that to a certain degree, cacao nibs, which make chocolate, are permissible, but they hadn't tested the nibs. And so when I saw that the nibs and the goji berries were in your blend, and the fact that it is a Monash certified blend product, that just got me really excited, because it opened things up for me. It made me realize, you know what? Even though I've been making some assumptions of using cacao nibs in small quantities now and then, or goji berries, here we have confirmation. And in the mix, I mean, what a great mix. So you have all these different textures and all these different flavors. And what I think is so interesting about it is that you said it's a Brekkie booster. So Brekkie, I mean, most people in the US know that is a term for breakfast. It's interesting to me because it's kind of neutral enough that it works with anything. So if you had fruit, or if you had a flavored yogurt, it would work with that. But yet there is flavor. You have flavor from all these individual ingredients coming in. Now, tell us how people should use it, because there is a process through which people are going to get the maximum nutritional value, right?
Yeah, so because there's a lot of seeds in there, a lot of raw seeds, in nature, seeds are designed to not be digested. They want to be able to pass straight through the digestive system of an animal that eats them. So we don't want to eat our seeds dry and raw. We want to soak them first. So when you soak them, the seed will absorb the moisture into itself. They call it activating the seed. It basically stimulates yeast. The enzymes are great for us. That's why raw fruit and veggies are so great. They're bursting with enzymes. Same with soaked seeds. And then also the enzymes go to work and they start to break down all the stored, you know, proteins and starches, the nutrients that are inside there. So it's a lot easier for us to get the nutrients out of those seeds instead of them being locked up and dormant and protected. They're actually metabolically active. They're, you know, you bring them to life and wake them up a little bit. So that's really important to get the most from the blend. So you soak it overnight and you can leave it in the fridge up to 3 days once you've soaked it as well. And just scoop out, you know, the tablespoons as you need it.
And if anyone's wondering, it's water. H2O. You don't soak it in yogurt. You can afterwards, but water's what's going to stimulate that germination. Not juice, not milk, not yogurt. Water. Water's a H2O. It's a chemical that's gonna trick the seed that it's rain. Then you can add your yogurt.
You can add whatever you like.
What are the proportions that you recommend?
For every half the volume of water seed mix. So if you, for example, soak 1 cup of seed mix, you're going to need half a cup of water.
And then you recommend people 3 tablespoons. Is that a serving? 3 tablespoons of the soaked?
Yeah, it's about the soaked mixture. That's what we kind of recommend. It does vary for everybody to get the digestive health benefit, but I believe it's low FODMAP up to 80 grams. I'm pretty sure that's.
So some of you big guys out there, that is a huge feed. It's not a big bowl of granola. 50 to 80 grams doesn't look like a lot, even when you add a little bit of fruit and yogurt, but you eat that and then get to lunchtime and you'll know. You'll feel full. It's
very filling because it's very high fat, so it's nearly 40% fat. There's a lot of fiber and there's a lot of protein as well, so very different to your standard carbohydrate-based mueslis, granolas, mostly a lot of sugar and a lot of carbs in there. And then also, because there is so much good fiber in there, it's feeding you good gut bacteria as well. So that kind of gives you a second feed in a way because it's the fiber down into the short-chain fatty acids.
Yeah, I heard Jeanie talking about that recently. It's now a pitch in my sales in the markets and distributor outlets is that second feed.
As your gut bacteria break down those fibers into the short chain fatty acids. So yeah.
Now tell us, when I was reading, apparently it was a customer who had come to you initially and was sharing with you her experience of her. Well, she was emotional, right? She had not had a good poo in quite a while, and apparently your product did the trick. And then you guys took off from there with the marketing idea, right?
Yeah, look, there was this as a naturopath that there's a lot of benefit from having the soaked seeds in your diet for the digestive process, but it blew us away when we started to get people calling us and saying, oh my God, this has fixed my constipation issue that I've had for years and years, and almost in tears, a lot of these people, we thought, wow, this is, beyond what we'd kind of expected.
It was even before the customers. It was when I went to visit Jeanie as the new boyfriend, now the old boyfriend. I was, she was feeding me this, I guess what for me was birdseed, but digestively, I didn't have things, but it was wow. And when it was wow, I also felt this really good energy. There was a big difference when I was eating it and when I wasn't. So I was, I guess a sports coach hobbyist at the time and wanted the best for my athletes. And it was right at that time there was this paleo craze and this clean eating craze. And, from what I understood, it was, having this clean digestive system, so then your energy system allowed you to repair muscle, you recover quicker, and you were getting good fuel. But yeah, it was, so I really dove in it to deep with Jeanie, started asking more about it, and she started, telling me about, these animals that coexist with us all over our body, trillions of them, and they need to eat as well, and they connect well with us. So I was just fascinated. It was when we're at the markets, when people were also saying the same thing, even to the extent, this has changed my life. This has been the most incredible thing I've ever done. I can't thank you enough. Now that happens daily. It's like there's emails and reviews and testimonials and calls. I mean, I couldn't get Jeanie off the phone yesterday afternoon because she's talking to 3 or 4 people. But sometimes it does for people, and that's really important feedback for us as well.
Yeah. Well, we have a fan, Warren, has written in twice. He's eating it daily, and it isn't it wonderful? You've created this product that is truly helping people all over the world. And Brad, you mentioned quantities a little while ago. You were saying something about, you're not going to have like a cup full of granola or whatever. And so this is interesting, an important thing to touch on. So with FODMAPs, we talk about FODMAP stacking. You'll have a low FODMAP food that, let's say, what the low FODMAP level is to make it appropriate, particularly during the elimination phase. And then maybe you'll have another food that's also considered elimination worthy. But when you start adding all these foods together, you might then tip over your FODMAP level. So you want to take care. I think what's so great about your product is that it is so nutrient dense that you don't have to use a lot. You can just use what you need. It's going to incorporate really easily and well with other foods. I mean, you mentioned yogurt, but it could be, this could be incorporated into salad. It could be incorporated into, tell us some of your favorite ways that you like to use it beyond the obvious. I mean, I think that, almond milk or yogurt might be someone's first approach, but tell us some of your more creative ideas.
Well, there's been some interesting ones. I know quite often men aren't, like me, they look at it and think it's birdseed. They're looking for a big hearty oats breakfast and things like that. And through some sort of challenging, they give it a go. And I've heard on a number of occasions that guys put it on their eggs. I wouldn't eat it that way, but that was, for me, was like a bit far out. I hear people just use water and that's it. So they just eat it raw. For me, that's not really the nicest way to do it. My favourite is probably a frozen banana smoothie with a few berries, a little bit of maca powder, or a mocha smoothie. Jeanie makes those really nice. But yeah, look, we've got an alliance with a company called Pure and Free Coconut Yogurt. They make the most amazing high probiotic yogurt, and they've got this natural yogurt which is so smooth and creamy. It's just a really, really wonderful. My favourite way, just a little bit of yogurt and some frozen blueberries. Yeah, really, really nice way to have it.
There's heaps of recipes that we use at home on the website as well. So I try to, if I find something good, they're not all low FODMAP recipes, some of them.
That's your job.
Yeah, you can FODMAP them for me. Some of them are would be low FODMAP, like, but yeah, smoothies, I like to do smoothies and put the Blend 11 in there, particularly for my kids as well, because they'll eat it with yogurt, but if you just put it in it becomes a really thick and nutritious, hearty smoothie that's, good fat, protein and fibre rather than just a lot of your carbs and sugars from this fruit and that sort of thing. So yeah, smoothies is my favourite way, or else just a tablespoon or two on top of some hot porridge in winter.
There's another creative way. Probably a couple of years ago, we did a marquetta market, which was a food market in the evening. So it's like a friend of mine who ran that market said, we've got an opening up. Do you run a stall? Then we thought, not really as a night stall, but we said, why don't we make a dessert? So we did a coconut ice cream and a berry compote. And towards the end of our stint, when people sort of got off their pancakes and actually tried our stuff, we sold out. Yeah, we were selling out.
It can be dessert too.
Yeah.
Nice. We have, Kathleen Tab just wrote in. She said she tried it for the first time today, put it on some peanut butter toast, and she really loved, she said, all the abundant flavors, which is what I was referencing before. Well, tell us a little bit. So you originally were manufacturing it over in Australia, but you have a U.S. outpost with Jeanie, your brother, Andrew. So we want to bring Andrew in. I don't know, Robin, how are we doing this? Are all three of us going to be on here? Uh-oh, so we're going to get skinny. Okay, Here we go. Let's see.
Okay, Andrew's coming in any moment now.
Andrew's going to come in a moment. And we got to meet Andrew up in Vermont a few weeks ago.
How's it going, everyone?
There we go.
There it is.
Brad and Jeanie, now you have. Oh, wow, look at that. I love it. I love it. Excellent. What are you up to right now, Andrew? Where are you?
I'm in Vermont, in Burlington, Vermont. I make the GOODMIX Blend 11 here.
But no, there's no mistaking you for a native Vermonter, that's for sure.
Well, I know. I definitely, I've never been accused of being a Vermonter.
No. So tell us, I mean, you guys obviously communicate all the time. Do you think that there's anything particular about the U.S. customer versus those in Australia, or is it just people interested in getting healthy and having a good poo?
Yeah, it's similar.
Poo.
The seed mix is unique for here. There's a lot of people are used to eating granola, so it's pretty foreign to most people around here. So I get the bird seed comment quite often as well.
Well, so tell us a little bit about how you're selling it, because obviously people can go to the website, they can find out about it, but you guys came up with a pretty creative way of bringing it to people in person through your markets.
Yeah, well, in Australia, the market operation is much bigger, whereas in Vermont, it's a bit more seasonal. So I do most of the sales in Vermont in stores, in retail stores and online. We also do the farmers markets, but only in the summer. This is not so much of there is indoor markets, but I've focused mainly on the retail side of it.
But at the markets,
Yeah, with them.
Can you tell us a little more about the market situation that you have over there?
We've got local farmers markets I live near Waitsfield, and we've got the farmers market in Burlington. That's the major city in Vermont. So we do those, and there's all the farmers. We go and set up the stall, and yeah, people love it. Give out the samples, and
We have a loyal tribe. Yeah, we have a loyal tribe. They're called Patchies. So they're really, I guess, most of them, the foods impact them enough that they wanted to join with us and our, I guess, mission to give everyone a good food. And the nice thing about the markets is that it's right. We get a lot of feedback. We can explain the point of difference. We can explain recipes. We can give testimonials. I mean, we have a giant flag, similar to what is sitting behind us, and it attracts the attention. So people with issues, and there's a lot of people with gut issues come over, and it allows us just to, I wouldn't say it's a consult, but we can sort of say to them, this product has really worked in this way for these people, and it's worth to give it a try. So when you're not in a store, the product is hard, especially in the early stage of as the brand gets out there, it's hard to sell off the shelf. Andy, he's taken the market model and taken it into retail. So I don't know of many companies that do roll up their sleeves where he's tasting it every single day, because that's the important part. Not just tasting it to break down that birdseed myth, because like you said, it's neutral, it tastes great, it really does. And say, oh, what's that yogurt? Or, oh, that berry's beautiful. And then they love the textures. So, but we can break down. We haven't skimmed. There's no cheap fillers or anything in it. So it's a premium mix. So at first look, people go, oh, I could eat that, quite quickly. They don't realize how far it will go. So having all our team in the markets and Andy and doing the demos, our loyal boosters, they share that with their friends. Quite often now, we don't, at a local market, I just stand there. The regulars sell to the new people. I don't have to. They go, oh, you have to try this. I do this and do that. They do the selling for us. The markets are wonderful. We'll never stop the markets. The markets are great.
I think I think probably the reason it works, and it's so fabulous you do this, is because all these people who have IBS, all these millions of people all over the world, in some ways we're suffering in silence. And what I mean by that is, we don't normally talk about these issues with, let's say, your boss or your friends at work. But meanwhile, this is your everyday existence. You are absolutely, in it, and you have things that you want to talk about, that you need to talk about. I mean, this is your health, and everybody does poo, right? So, to be able to normalize it, to be able to go out there and to talk to people in just this really open, supportive, comforting way, to have a product that's going to help them. It's incredibly powerful. And Jeanie, I mean, it's so you come from this naturopathic perspective, and you were used to being in stores, you were interacting with people, but so here you get to just spread the word on your own and on your own terms, and I think the poo, you guys, so I just have to tell everyone who's watching, we had this very funny conversation about poo versus poop. I mean, it really cracked me and Robin up, because the GOODMIX guys were saying, we say poo because we understand you Americans, poop gets you a little nervous, but poo just sounds a little more accessible. And it was a funny thing to hear, but it's true. I mean, people are like that uncomfortable talking about this. So anything that you can do to make it more accessible. And you guys, where's your sign? Pull out your sign, Brad. Did you hide it?
There it is. It's there.
Oh, okay. I'm just not seeing it yet because of the lag. See there? Best poos ever. I promised you guys. Well, tell everybody how to buy it. What's the best way for people to buy it if they're in the U.S. and if they're in Australia? What is the best way? And talk a little bit about, there's bulk, there's different size packages, all of that.
Look, in Australia, we have a belt of markets, mid-north Queensland to northern New South Wales, and even around the Sydney area. That's the best way. We have a little market calendar on our website, so you can see where we are each week. And the reason I say that, you can go down, you can have a taste, you can talk to our patch, they can explain to you how it's done, they can show you how to explain activation right in front of you. So truly, that's the best. They're a great experience, and Jeannie's training these guys all the time. So they're not at Jeannie's level, but they've got a really good understanding. And not only that, they've got a good following of customers. So you can even just talk to one of the customers there, usually just wait a little while, have a chat, and then find out from them what it's doing from them, because that energy transfer is just amazing. I love watching that. Second place I would recommend is one of the stores. We have some wonderful stores now that are taking up and stocking the product. The store staff also, know about our product and how it works. So they're great. So you can go and talk to sometimes a naturopath, or a lot of the staff eat the product as well. So you can find out that way. And then we do have the online model. So both websites allow you to buy. Andy's also got Amazon Prime. So you can buy it through there, and then on our website and eBay as well, that you can buy the product on that if they're used. So on the website, you get a fair bit of detailed information. On our Facebook page, you can see what others say. So if you can't get to the markets, you want to find more, you go to Facebook reviews on the Australia GOODMIX, and it's a great way to see what customers are saying. There's hundreds of reviews there, which we're really thankful for all our customers, because a lot of people are thinking about this. That's what will get them over the line. I hear it a lot. In fact, we've got a special for everybody who can't get to the markets or the stores, and for 24 hours only, both companies have created a coupon. You guys weren't aware of this, and so we're going to offer free shipping. They have to type in FODMAP every day. So all lowercase, all one word, FODMAP every day. And for 24 hours, the next 24 hours, that's free shipping to everyone who listens to this now live or within the next 24 hours. So you can try it that way. You just got to choose Blend 11. There's some other products there too, but we want the FODMAP there. So that's the only condition.
Thank you. That's excellent. We want to get as many people on board as possible, anything that can help us. So, Andrew, so in the US, as Brad mentioned, so Amazon Prime, so that's one way people can go. There are 2 websites, right? We should point that out. And you guys didn't mention the Instagram feed. You guys have this awesome Instagram feed. If people are looking for creative ideas of how to use the product, there's some beautiful images and ideas on the Instagram feed, and it's constantly updated. So now you did mention there's other products on your site, which there are. This is the particular one that we're talking about because this is the one that is Monash certified. Now this is done really well for you. Do you have any plans for any other low FODMAP products in the future?
Yeah, definitely. As I guess the more people that I speak to, issues and IBS in particular, that have been helped by the low FODMAP diet, I just think there's definitely so much room for more low FODMAP products and because we have such a large following of people with gut issues, definitely low FODMAP products will be on the agenda to develop some more. Yeah.
Excellent, excellent. Well, we're just about at the half-hour mark. This has been really great. Our tech, I think we did okay. What do you think, Robin? I think this kind of worked. We're like all on the screen there together. So for those of you who may have joined a little late, I'm Dédé Wilson from FODMAP Every Day. That's our website where we bring you everything you need to know about the low FODMAP diet. This was our first foray into a live Facebook chat. We were introducing you to other people in the FODMAP world, Jeanie McClymont and Brad Hull and Jeanie's brother Andrew. They span the globe. They're here in the US, they're in Australia. They're bringing us this awesome GOODMIX Super Foods Blend 11, which is Monash certified. And they just let us know that there's going to be free shipping for the next 24 hours. You can just go to their sites, use FODMAP Every Day, all lowercase, as your coupon. You'll get free shipping, and you will have the best poos ever.
Guaranteed.
Guaranteed. Brad comes to your home to inspect it. No. You will. It works beautifully, and it tastes delicious going in. So we've got you covered on both ends. On that note, thank you so much, guys. This has been wonderful. We'll talk to you again soon, and thank you for everyone that joined us.
Thanks, Dédé.
Bye, you guys.
Robin saying bye.
Bye, Robin.
Bye, Andrew.